I'm always going to look just a little bit insane while doing these videos. Welcome to my RAM makeup tutorial. We are going to make Rem's makeup. Very exciting, but still true to character. If you like this tutorial, please subscribe to this channel. I definitely will do more and more makeup tutorials of anime characters, and if you have any requests, please leave them down below. So, firstly, I've put my hair back because, as we know, Ram has quite a fringe, or bangs for the Americans, so we can't really do the makeup if we have it on. Now, this costume that I have here is actually from Wish, and so is the wig. Lucy, can you not? We have a bird in the background. You need to be quiet. Let's get started. So firstly, we're going to need foundation. You can put on any kind of primer that you want. Doesn't really matter. You want to use a foundation that is close to your skin tone. So I have this Dior Backstage one, and I'm going to mix in some highlighter into it. This is optional. You can't really see it in photos, but in the sunlight, the glitter particles come through, but it's completely optional for you. But yeah, we mix these together and put it all over the face. Even though some of our face is covered by the wig, we're still going to do both sides of the face because we don't necessarily know if we're going to be pulling back that part, so it's just good measure to do both sides of the face. Okay, now we are going to go in with concealer. For me, I'm using a white because we want to make our face very pale. Ram is very pale. But if you have a deeper skin tone, just a lighter concealer will give the same effect, basically. So we're just going to put that in the high points of the face, and yeah, just follow my instructions. We're not trying to do too much contouring because Ram's face is very round. Yeah, we want to sort of cover as much of the face as we can because she has very, very pale skin. So now we will go in with a loose setting powder. I have this one from Skin Food. After this step might be the step where you would want to put on a setting spray if you're wearing this to a con. I'm not going to the con today, but I will be wearing it when I do wear it to a con, if that makes any sense. If she's going to be screaming, she might as well be in the video. Okay, so now that we have our base down, we want to add some blush. We're not going to contour. Maybe if you have a face that is a different shape to Ram's, you might want to contour, but personally I do not. I have a very round face, as you can see, so I'm just going to start the other steps, but contouring might be necessary here for you. So I have this Nabla blush in Truth, shiny blush. We're just going to put the blush on the apples of the cheeks and on the nose. If you look up photos of Ram, or if you look at Ram here, she has quite prominent blush for an anime girl. And I like to go quite high with the blush. Now we are going to go in with some highlighter. Rem does actually have highlighter on her cheeks, which is very unusual. So I have the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and I'm just going to use the pink opal shade. But again, with all of these products, you can use similar ones. This is just a pink highlighter. Now, this next step is very optional because it's not going to show up very well on camera or in photos, but in person, under the sunlight, like at a con, it's going to look amazing. I do this for a lot of my cosplays, so you're familiar with my cosplay videos, you know what I'm about to do. I have this highlighter from Fenty, which is like a glitter highlighter, and I'm just going to put that all over the face where I don't have the blush, and it will just add a sparkle to the skin. But yeah, I don't think you can actually see that. Maybe you can, I don't know. Now we're going to do my little trick for eyebrows for anime characters. I have a pink here, a pink mascara, and we're going to put that in my eyebrows. I don't actually have one that's like the color of Ram's hair because, yeah, it's quite light, but you know what? This will do. I look even more insane right now. Next, we want to move on to the eyes. Firstly, I'm going to put on just a skin-toned shadow. Anything that suits your skin tone is fine. Just pop that all over the eye. And here you can use eye primer before this step if you want. Up to you, I usually don't though. Is the eyes. This is a quite complicated part. I am going to use the Lovebird palette for my eyes. You can use whatever kind of palette you want, but this has all the pinks that I need. I'm going to use this shade of matte pink, so I'm going to grab it on a fluffy brush, and we're going to put it along the lash line on the eyelid. You don't have to be super exact with this, but just put it along here and then flare it out where you would put winged liner into your outer corner, and then flare it up slightly above your crease. But not all the way. Just to 3/4 in. So once we've done that on both eyes, we are going to take a slightly darker shade of pink and do a similar thing, but with a smaller, more precise fluffy brush. And to just darken the lash line. Oh, we have lost a bird. And go in there, but don't go quite as far. Only go about 1/4 into the crease area. And then we want to go an even darker shade, an even smaller fluffy brush into the palette. This one's actually a sequin, but you know, a little glitter never hurt anyone. And we want to just go on the lash line and a little bit into the outer corner, but not into the crease. Now I'm going to grab a flatter brush and go into a dark pink metallic shade and go over the very outer corner with this and give it some shine, just to help it blend a little bit. We don't want too much in there. Now we will go into a very, very sparkly, shiny pink shade, and we will put that all over the parts we haven't put any eyeshadow on. So in the inner corner and in that massive blank space here. But try not to put it over the matte shadows. Okay, so this next part is totally optional, and I totally get it if you don't feel comfortable doing something like this. But for those who do, I'm going to grab this iridescent glitter here and put that on my eye to jazz the whole look up a lot. You'll see how much of a difference it makes. And we're going to put it in the section that we didn't put any other of the pink eyeshadows on. Do you see? I don't know if the camera can quite pick it up, but it is beautiful. Now we've done the top, we're going to move on to the bottom lashes. So I'm going to grab this dark sequin pink here and put it on the lash line. Now we want to leave a gap because we're going to put some white in there to elongate the eye. So just go down a little bit further. And we want to try and elongate the eye later, so you can kind of feel where your eyeball is, and we want to put the shadow underneath that. And meet it up with the shadows there. And just continue it until about midway. Now you'll notice that RAM has a darker part on the outer bottom portion and then just a little bit of darkness under the eyelid. So we're going to recreate that with this dark berry maroon color here. And we want to be quite precise with this. So we're going to put it on where our new eyelid is, put it on the outer edge here, and just on the bottom. It's going to look very weird to start, but make sure you have the gap between them to distinguish the two. Now that we look insane, let's put some white on. So I'm going to use this white concealer, but you can use like a NYX white chubby pencil or any sort of white thing that you have. I recommend grabbing a concealer brush for this, one of the flat ones, and just grabbing a little bit and doing it precisely. But basically what we want to do is fill in our new eyelid and flare it out, soften it out here. Now that you've done that, this part is optional, but if you're comfortable with putting some things in your waterline, put white in your waterline. That is the eyeshadow portion done. Now we are going to move on to liner, but before I do that, I'm going to put the glue on my lashes. This is another optional part. If you're not comfortable putting on eyelashes, don't bother with this part, but I'm going to be using these ones, very spiky, because Ram has some spiky eyelashes. But we're just going to put glue on them and then set them to the side at this point. So just setting those to the side to dry, and we'll move on to eyeliner. Okay, so you'll notice that Rem's eyeliner is actually thicker in the inner corner, which is really weird. So we're going to recreate that. I have this lollipop liner by Beauty Bakery. It is amazing. And we want to bring the eyeliner just out far enough to connect with our new eye. So yeah, it's going to look like a very weird shape, but you know, that's Ram. It does look like a mistake, to be honest, but you know, that is actually our intention. Okay, so now we're going to put mascara on, and when we put the mascara on our bottom lashes, we want to put it not where the white is, so we're just going to grab the very ends of our lashes. Okay, and that is that. We're going to put on some lip gloss after that. Alright, now we're going to put on some lip gloss. I have this pink glittery lip gloss, but we don't want to make it too dramatic for Ram because she's actually, you can't really see her lips, they're just a tiny little line. Okay, now we're going to put on the eyelashes. Okay, there is the makeup look done. What do we think? Okay, time to put on the wig. Exciting. Okay. Already have the wig cap on, so relatively simple. Now, when I got this wig, it was just completely pink, and I put some spray paint in here and here to make the white parts. And I will show you everything together. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the cosplay makeup content. I have many cosplays to do, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you learned something and you can apply this. I would love to see your photos. If you do it, if you actually recreate this makeup, that would be amazing. Please send them to me over on Instagram at justalittle.gothic. That would be so cute. And I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. Bye.